what's your take on this question? How do I make a client feel like they're a priority without letting it be a huge time suck and a drain on the firm?
So the words that stood out in this question to me are the huge time suck.
Yeah.
And I'm going to probably come at this with a little bit of a contrarian view, but you don't want any obstacle to keep you from talking to your customer. Whether that is they're scared to pick up the phone because you bill them hourly, or if you feel like they're a time suck, then I would re-examine that relationship. Maybe it's not a customer that you need, and it's okay to let customers go. In fact, I just did some post-production on an episode that's coming up first week in December that's with an accountant who says he fires every customer every year. And when he explains that, he basically says he doesn't assume that a customer who's been a customer is going to remain a customer. That relationship is always open for negotiation. And so I would put that idea forth. Ideally, if you have capacity, and that's a business model issue, and you're pricing well so you have that capacity, you're going to want to set up an environment where the customer actually wants to pick up the phone and call you. You want your customer talking to you whenever they've got a question, because one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to talk to you in advance and you're going to be able to help them probably in a way that if they call you afterwards, you can't. And so that would be my comment on the question.
Yeah, that you want them to reach out. It was interesting. Ron Baker was on earlier, and they said that they gave a team this kind of an end-of-year bonus. Hey, you guys get to fire one client, right? And I was like, I was cracking up, but I mean, it's to that point. If you dread talking with a client, that's reason to question that relationship. Chris, how do you kind of approach the question like this? Are you similar mindset, or how do you look at a question like this?
Sure. So actually, pretty similar mindset. When I saw the words "huge time suck," like we are thinking about clients that maybe aren't the right fit for our firm. So we have no problem firing clients, I guess you would call it, or pointing them in a direction to another CPA firm if they're not the right fit for us. That being said, we do want to encourage clients to reach out and bring their questions to us. So we don't charge hourly, so there's no hourly billing at our firm. So everything's included in that monthly plan. But what we've done internally is really shift our focus from what's best for us to what's best for the client. So we always want to leave clients off in a better position. I guess helping, not thinking about how much time is this going to take me, but what is the value that the client's going to get out of having that conversation. So sometimes it does mean putting a little more effort in, or having those conversations with clients that maybe we don't see the value in, but they really do. The other thing that we've done is we've built out a really strong team to help support that client. So at LiveCA, we've got a tech team, we've got our CPA team, and then we've got a team of associates. So people that are in the process of becoming CPAs. And through that team approach, we're able to support that client as a team. So the burden of supporting that client doesn't necessarily fall on one person. So the tech team's able to help out with application problems. If an app goes down, we're able to help out and support that, or bookkeeping process. Whereas the CPA managers are much better suited for helping out with tax and advisory and CFO types questions. So putting the right team in place has been huge for us to, I guess, use the skills of the team so that the huge time suck isn't all directed at that one person.
Yeah. Well, and then Debbie, have you had this experience where a client feels like they're going a little bit further, where it's no longer, they're kind of exceeding the boundaries of communication? They're just, hey, or do you put something in place where that doesn't really come up? How do you approach this question? Is it similar mindset, or how do you kind of deal with it in your?
I think you have to make every single client feel like they're the only client you have. And to do that, the best way to do it is to be available. And I listen to Kirk's podcast, and they talk about access levels, which I instituted. And so they know that I will talk to them and get back to them. The huge time suck thing stood out to me too. If you listen to your clients or customers, they really won't suck up your time. I care about every one of them. So with the access levels, you know, if they call me or voicemail or text, and I do ask them how they want to be contacted. You prefer voicemail, you know, voice, phone, or email or text? I will respond immediately. I got your message. I'll get back to you ASAP, Friday, tomorrow, and that's based on their access level. And then I just listen to them. How can I help you? Why did you pick up the phone today to call me? And sometimes it's something really simple, and they're never sucking my time. I mean, because I'm there to serve them. Without them, I wouldn't have a business. So I am grateful every time they pick up the phone, because if I don't answer the phone, they could be calling someone else. And I have to tell you, we have more clients in our client list because their accountant didn't answer the phone. And we ask all the time, why did you decide to change accountants? Well, because he made me feel bad, or he yelled at me. And that's because the attitude comes across when you're talking to them. So I have an attitude of gratitude, I guess, every time they call me up. And so grateful that they do, and say, well, we don't give you that here. So they like calling me up. And I find that most customers are respectful of your time. They're not out to, you know, they realize you have a job. So just get back to them and let them know that they're important, and they don't suck my time at all. I mean, they don't.
Yeah.
I've never had that as a problem.
Yeah, and I
And
want
I
to.
have a lot of customers too.
Yeah.
So.